Welcome back to the Cross Points Podcast.
Hey, so glad everybody's joining us today.
Yes, we're your hosts, Aura and David.
And David and Aura.
Yes, maybe.
Hey, so Aura, have you heard? Have you heard the news? And have you booked your tickets?
Jesus is coming.
Well, you know Jesus is king. Have you heard about Kanye West and Joel Osteen teaming together?
What?
Have you heard about this?
No.
Have you not really?
No.
We don't talk about this. So, okay, this Sunday, Joel Osteen, yes, one of the largest churches in America, 43,000 some odd people packed in a stadium.
Yes.
Along with Kanye West.
Wow.
He's taken over.
Is he going, Kanye's going to, do a service at his church?
Yeah, so Kanye, from what I understand, this obviously may change,
this
but
is stressful.
Kanye is going to speak with Joel Osteen on Sunday morning.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so he's preaching.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and then that Sunday night, the choir is going to be there.
Okay.
And they're going to do their whole kind of big Kanye tour of Jesus is King.
Oh, my goodness. If I was Joel Osteen, I'd be so stressed right now.
How would you be stressed? What do you mean by that, Aura?
Well, Kanye's just you don't know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Okay. See,
now that's stressful to me.
Okay. See, you have to help me.
Okay.
Because I really know very little about Kanye.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not an expert by any means.
Well, no, that's okay. But I mean, I've really, just within the last week started looking at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
You saw the headline with Joel Osteen, you're like, who's this Kanye
I'm like,
guy?
what is going on? Exactly. And I started listening to the album Jesus is King.
And that just came out, right?
I think so, a couple weeks ago or whatever.
I have not listened to it.
And you have not listened to it?
I'm an anti-Kanye groupie.
Oh, we're going to have a duo today, folks. Because I'm getting sold on this guy.
No, you are not.
I'm not kidding.
My gosh.
But I don't have any history.
I hope that's a joke. Oh my gosh.
So this is going to be awesome.
Okay.
I have no history, so I don't know where he's come from or what his background is. Seriously. And I think I'm probably a lot of maybe our older viewer. Did you know I just turned 50?
Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, 50 years old.
Wow, you don't look a day over 49.
Oh, you're so kind. But I only say that to say that I think a lot of people that are older, that are even older than I am, maybe don't know a lot about Kanye.
No.
Right?
No.
I don't think so. But I know him now because he's in the headlines.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about.
Oh, boy.
This is our Kanye episode.
Here we go.
Okay. So
Kanye.
tell me, what do you know about? Seriously, I know you're not the expert, but tell me his past. Seriously, I didn't look it up. I don't know what his past is.
He is. I would consider him a little crazy.
Really? Okay.
He's just really all over the map.
Okay.
He's really all over the map. And to be fair, he has said that he's diagnosed with bipolar disorder and he does not medicate himself.
Oh, he said that?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he
probably not a good thing.
behaves like it. You're like, what is going... Oh, okay. A lot of
Really?
Yes.
So interesting.
He's just a really strange character.
Okay. Now, I've heard him in the news. He was with Trump and his wife and all of those kind of things.
He's married to Kim Kardashian.
Okay, so tell some of our viewers who don't know Kim Kardashian, who is she? What?
How would you describe Kim Kardashian?
How would you describe Kim?
Kim Kardashian is... similar to Mother Teresa. Just kidding.
Really?
That's a joke. I'm sorry. That's an awful joke.
Okay.
She's she is a social media mogul.
Okay. Social media.
She is a billionaire. She is.
Is she really that well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And she is seems very nice.
Okay. All
and
right.
maybe a bit provocative in dress and speech.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with the whole provocative nature of that, right? She was an Instagram star, wasn't she?
She was the first one to really hone in on social media and just talk directly to fans to be like, hey, what color perfume bottle do you like more? And you could immediately do it. And
she monetized her Instagram fame.
And it was she was the first one to do something like that for Twitter and Instagram. So she's made a lot of money.
All right,
that.
I know we have some listeners out there that are going, okay, boomer, whatever. I mean, we don't know what it is, but it's important for us, for those that don't know, that they have a little background because again, there are people out there that don't know who these guys are.
Kim Kardashian, reality TV star. Just huge family. And now she's married to Kanye West, and they have 4 or 5 children or something like that.
All right. So was he? I understand he's been a rapper. Was he famous in his own right before he married her?
Correct. He was already
Was he more famous than her, or were they?
Is anybody more famous than Kim Kardashian?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
But he's really famous. Okay. He's kind of like in the Jay-Z, Beyonce crowd.
Yeah, see, that's not my crowd. I don't know.
You're not in that crowd?
I know what's wrong with me. Okay.
But he's said some weird thing, like, he maybe a year or two ago said that he thought Jay-Z was going to assassinate him, who's Beyonce's husband.
Really?
Yeah, he says, like, he's just really out there. He says something, like, where you're like, who is this person? Okay. Like, what is going on with him?
Now, I listened to something, again, because I was studying up a little bit for this, studying up on Kanye.
Study group.
He said something about that he had definitely been quite into alcohol, that he was, like, that part of some of the stuff that was coming out of his mouth was because, obviously, he was influenced by his intoxication.
I've heard that.
Have you heard that? Okay.
Yes.
But you're saying it's more than that.
Okay, I'll just pull up a couple of the fun things that Kanye...
She has some fun Kanye things.
Kanye facts.
Okay, fun Kanye facts right here. Okay.
Yes.
All right, what do you got?
He did announce that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which he described as his superpower.
Oh, it's his superpower. Okay.
And then he said he was misdiagnosed and was only sleep deprived.
Oh, okay.
Since then, he said he really is bipolar, but he doesn't plan on doing any medication for it ever.
Did he say why he didn't want to medicate?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No.
And this is recent.
This is recent.
Okay. All right. Yes. I just wanted to make sure.
2018.
Oh, well, that's a year ago. I mean,
come
on.
Yeah. So he's a lot of Black people or people of color have issues with him.
You just said black.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
We had an episode on that. Okay, sorry. I just had to throw that out there.
Back.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because last year he declared that slavery was a choice.
Oh,
and called for the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, to be abolished itself.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I literally didn't spend much time on that. That's crazy. He wants to abolish the abolishment of that. Okay.
Yes.
And why? What was his point?
He just thinks that his perspective is that Black people just are playing maybe a lot of the...
like the sympathy card?
Yes.
Is that, I don't want to...
Yeah.
But I was trying to help you out there. Yeah, okay.
So he thinks he needs to just go ahead and get that cleared.
Wow. I'm a little bit shocked.
Yep.
Okay, what else you got? Any other fun facts?
I think I said Jay-Z. He thought Jay-Z was going to assassinate him.
Yeah. Well, did he have any purpose or reason behind why he thought? So I understand Jay-Z's another singer, right?
Jay-Z's another rapper. He's Beyonce's husband, and he's a really big deal also.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, and I know a little bit of Beyonce. I mean, I don't know a lot of it. So,
he has all of Beyonce down.
Yes, I do. So Beyonce and Jay-Z are married.
They're married.
And then Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. So they're like two super couples.
Illuminati. Yes, I know.
Really?
It's crazy.
So
super
did
couples.
they used to hang out and were they friends? And then they kind of
they had a is a tryst the correct term? I don't know. They had an issue.
What?
Yes,
What?
And now they're I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just would like to say that it would take a lot for me to randomly say on stage that I thought somebody was going to assassinate me.
Right. Wow.
An old friend.
So that's what Kanye was. I'm going to play defense of Kanye right now. So Kanye would say that's in the past.
Yes.
Right?
So Kim is his wife says that Kanye had an amazing evolution of being born again and being saved by Christ.
Right.
And the Sunday services, which I'll explain in a second, it started as a way to heal himself, and since then now he's trying to heal other people and share his healing with other people.
Okay.
So some would say that maybe he's repented or had a transformation from these moments that were a year ago, but that he's had a big turnaround.
Right, yeah. And this has just happened within the last few months. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
The Sunday services?
The Sunday service. No, I was talking about maybe his awakening, like when he came to say, hey, I had a born-again experience.
2019, I know that,
okay,
but I don't know.
Sometime this year.
Yes.
Sometime this year,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about this from a biblical, theological, even from a United States perspective about spirituality in the country. Because, again, that's what we're focused on, right?
Yeah.
I am looking at this like from an outsider's perspective, and I didn't know much about Kanye, and I see clips here and there in the news and internet and that kind of stuff, but I started diving deep, and I'm just like, man, this is fascinating.
Yeah, okay.
And the reason why I think it's fascinating is because, one, you have, presumably, again, I don't know much about Kanye West, but you have a guy that is immensely popular.
Real popular.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want to be saying overstating something. With a wife that's immensely popular as well, who now is publicly declaring his faith in Christ.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So obviously that gets lots of attention. Okay. And so then what he does then is going to begin to influence our culture.
Yes.
I mean, invariably it will happen. I guess the question is, how long do we think this might happen? And this is a question that I think pastors like me are asking. Is this a flash in the pan? Let me get biblical, okay? For some of those that are older like me, is this like the seed that's sown on rocky ground or hard ground, or is this seed that's going to be sown on rich soil that's going to bear a lot of fruit?
I know. Similar to Justin Bieber being a Christian now, like a whole thing, that some people, celebrities being Christians, it kind of, when they convert, it kind of becomes like are they though? Like, are they?
Sure, it's the first response. And I think, in a sense, it's okay for the public to think that, right? They need to have their time to put down roots. And to be fair to Bieber, I know he's gone through stuff, and I don't know a whole lot. I call him Bieber, like I know him or something.
Bieber over here.
But he's continued to follow and walk with God, from what I understand. Again, only God knows his heart.
He posts quite a bit on Instagram that Christian songs and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm rooting for him.
I'm
too. Rooting for him.
I mean, it's like, I think as Christians we should root that they would literally put their roots down and bear fruit for the kingdom. Anyway, back to Kanye.
Yes.
My hope as a pastor is that, man, this is real and lasting, and it's a big deal.
Oh my goodness, it makes me nervous because his personality makes me so nervous.
Okay, right.
That it makes me nervous for him to like be a figurehead for the church in any way.
Ooh,
I think
see.
That I'm like, oh boy.
You think he is someone who just can make all these crazy statements? Like, sometimes he can be. Now, I want to be careful of this word, but maybe a little unhinged. Like, and he's triggered pretty easily, maybe.
Yeah, and I think in the same way that he can be like a little bit out there, he seems also that he can be like very sweet and very but you're just like, I don't know. Should he have a microphone?
Should he have? Joel Osteen, we're praying for you.
I know. I'm nervous. I did not know that they were teaming up together.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah. Now, I think Joel is probably really smart, right? It's a dialogue. He's not let Kanye have a mic all by himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to intervie him on stage.
Okay.
So I think there's maybe a little bit more control.
You know what's really interesting there, too? Because Joel Osteen is such a huge mega church guy.
Oh, massive.
But he also is like a little bit in the church, like people either really like him or they don't because of his like positivity vibes.
Oh yeah, you have people that think he's going to hell.
Yes,
I mean really, right? Christians who believe
because
that
he's not enough fire and brimstone-y, or he's not.
Right. He maybe sometimes doesn't take a real hard line and a hard stance on real divisive issues, especially within the church.
Very seeker friendly.
Very, very seeker friendly.
So it's really interesting.
So is he a real Christian?
Like
I think some people would ask that.
Yes, and what will he do? How will he interact with somebody who's maybe a little bit more volatile?
Right.
Would be really interesting to
Exactly.
watch.
Because I'll tell you this, with the album that I listened to, and I want to encourage some of our boomers out there. I am not a boomer. I'm an Xer.
Are you encouraging them to listen to Kanye West
I want our boomers to listen to Kanye West. I'm serious. You can listen to it on any streaming service. If you got Spotify, go on YouTube, listen to it. I want to challenge you to listen to it because I started listening to it. Now, to be fair, it has a few expletives in it. He's still a new Christian, right? But the expletives are not over the top, right?
Okay.
I mean, very mild, but I was like transported. Seriously, like it is deeply spiritual.
Okay.
And here's what I love about it.
Okay.
When you get a new believer that writes music, he's writing in a way that's fresh and dynamic that a lot of other Christian musicians that have been believers for a long time, it's almost like that's real Christianese, and his is fresh, but it's still deeply spiritual.
Okay.
So,
he said that he's done with secular music, that he's going to completely do Christian music
from now on.
That's what he said.
I haven't heard that. And I'll tell you this, if that's the case, the Christian music world is in for a tremendous explode. I hope they
play him?
I hope they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Will we have K-Love? Will we hear
I
it
doubt
on
it.
K-Love? Oh, I think we should.
You think? Yeah.
Look, I don't know if any K-Love, whatever
Execs
DJ execs are listening to this, but double dog dare you to play his music because I don't know. Maybe they can't afford it. I don't know what he charges to
I don't know
put
how
his
that works.
music.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works. But I think they should. I do not like rap music.
Yeah.
I am not a pop culture kind of guy.
Okay.
But I wanted to listen to music just for this particular episode, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, 2 thumbs up, Kanye.
Oh, my goodness. I would be remiss to not mention this, by the way, when we're talking about Kanye West, is that Kanye West has in the past maybe referred to himself as being Christ-like, as being Jesus himself, dressed as Jesus on magazines. So there's a little bit of a nervousness that he might be a little cultish.
Ooh, so you think he had like a messianic complex?
Yes.
If we're gonna put it that way,
yes,
right?
For an extended period of time. People call him Ye and Yeezus.
Okay, yeah, what is up with that? And how did that happen? I didn't dive in deeper.
I don't know. I think Kanye Ye.
Oh, Kanye. So okay.
Is the Y-E at the end of his name. And then he had everybody calling him Yeezus.
What?
So, and this was all pre-conversion.
Okay.
But I feel like it needs to be stated that, he maybe has some, he wore like a crown of thorns and everything on like a magazine cover. So,
wow.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's like be cautious, right?
Yes.
Just be cautious because it's still really, it would be like anybody who comes to faith in Christ, they're what we would call like baby Christians, right? And so we want to help encourage them, pray for them. No, I'm being genuine about this. Like pray for Kanye.
Yeah,
like
totally.
I mean that because I think that his platform is huge.
Yes.
It's a lot larger than probably you and I will ever have, right?
Speak for yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Or as a big deal if you haven't like heard about that already. But seriously, like, praying for him and that, people are people. I preached this not too long ago that every person on the planet has God's thumbprint on them and they matter to God. And so don't just think of them as, superstars or internet sensations. They're real people.
Yeah.
Right, going through some real things.
They are indeed.
Okay, so we know the history. We know that there's some baggage for sure. We need to be careful because we don't know if this is a flash in the pan or is this going to be something where he really grows in his walk with God.
Yes.
We don't know, but we want to pray that it would go longer.
Yes.
Okay, so that being said, I still think you should go listen to the music because I think it's really good.
Right.
So I'm going to challenge you to do
all
that.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I did read 60% of Harry Potter, so at least you can read
60%
of the album. Okay. But I wanted to look at what he has done with his Sunday services. So tell people a little bit about what is a Sunday service, why did he come up with that, and then I've got some stuff too.
Yeah, so he has a huge choir, and he does a Sunday service, and the Sunday service is not necessarily him preaching by any means. It's almost entirely music-based.
Right.
With maybe some prayers at the end. He is trying to trademark the term Sunday service.
Is he really?
Yes.
Well, there he is, a businessman, right?
And initially, it was really closed door. Lots of celebs attending. And
so it was not open to the public.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And it was like you signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement to come to the Sunday service.
Look at you talking like you had the all NDA kind of, you're in that world.
I'm a part-time lawyer. And so it was really closed. It was really, and he's a celebrity, so it's like, whatever. And then Coachella happened, which is a huge music festival.
Okay, yeah, I don't know about Coachella. We don't have to talk about it, but it's a massive.
That's when it opened it to the public for them to now be able to experience and see a Sunday service.
So that was the first time. And that took place like in the summer or something, right? Okay, because I'd heard about it.
A huge music festival, secular music festival, by the way.
Okay.
So
did he
did
like
a huge
take over?
Sunday service of Coachella.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yes. And it was a big deal. Everybody was like,
and he was like selling merch. I saw that online or something like that. He was selling like Jesus shirts or I don't know what they were, but
what the choir wears, like it's all white, and some of them say like the sweatshirts say Holy Spirit, $250 if you'd like to buy one.
What?
$50 socks.
Are you gonna get some?
No.
Christmas present for Aura if you guys want to do that. Get her some Kanye merch.
So again, controversy of like, is he making money off the Sunday services? Right. Is he whatever? But so he's doing these Sunday services, and they've been a big hit celebrity-wise and other people trying to get in.
So here's what I looked at. He's done these all over the country, but I looked at one particularly in England, California. 17,100 people showed up for this
pretty
conference.
cool.
People were in line for hours. The tickets went like that because they're
my
free.
gosh. Yes.
He's giving it away. To be clear, like that's pretty cool too,
He's
right?
like really philanthropic. Like he's really giving kind of, he's really into that vibe.
I didn't know that anyways,
Yes.
but I thought that was pretty cool too,
Yes.
right? And so, this is what I found fascinating from a Christian perspective. Like, so he's opening this up. It's a Sunday service. He's inviting 17,000 people. Most of the people that come to these concerts, like a lot of them they said that between 80 and 90% of them are in their 20s. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's a young audience. All right. This is in Inglewood, California. So I don't know about the rest of the world, but in Inglewood, California, this was. And that 80 to 90% were in their 20s, and that most had never stepped foot in a church before.
That's cool.
Which I think is fascinating. Now, you need to know this as Christians. Like, 25% of Americans associate themselves as nuns. In other words, they have no affiliation with any kind of religious perspective at all.
Yeah.
Okay? So we could really say that a lot of these 20-year-olds don't know anything about God. They don't know anything about Jesus. They don't know what Sunday service is.
Yeah.
And so this guy did this interview about people coming out of this concert, the Sunday service, I should call it.
Yeah.
And he said the two main words that he had heard from the people coming out were intrigued and curious.
Okay.
And then he said he talked to this 17-year-old guy who walked into the service, and he had never been into a church service before. And he said he walked out transformed by the music, and in Inglewood they preached.
Oh,
and
really?
he said he was absolutely transformed.
Wow.
So what some theologians are saying, and I know this is going to be a huge stretch, and your mouth is going to drop. Okay,
I'm
camera
nervous.
on Aura right now.
Boy.
They're saying, could this be the next Billy Graham-style evangelistic crusades? Okay, now I know you don't even know what to say.
I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that.
So I watched part of this.
You did?
Crusades. Oh, I did.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
watched it for probably 45 minutes.
How was
last
it?
night. It was awesome.
Was it?
And they had this guy preaching, and he preached this message.
Who was it?
Some pastor,
Okay.
like not a no-name pastor.
Okay.
Seriously, not a celebrity preacher.
Okay.
In my book, anyways, and I know a lot of preachers. Okay.
True.
But he preached a great message in 15 minutes. He talked about walking with Jesus, waiting for Jesus.
Okay.
And if you walk with Jesus and wait with Jesus, God's going to work it out for you. And I'm
Wow.
like, that's awesome.
Wow,
So he's
that's
preaching.
cool.
And I'm just thinking, it's what our country needs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Someone to be able to reach a crowd that has no Christian background, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And could God be using this? Again, I don't know. He may blow up next week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm praying, man, could this change?
That'd be pretty cool.
Could this change the culture? I don't know. I know it
blows my mind
freaks
to
you
think
out.
of him like Oral Roberts or something. Like it'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, like what is
I
happening?
know, but that's like I also am so pro celebrities being saved and like just the momentum they can like put forward for like just the common man.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It is cool. Again, we don't know what will happen. I pray that it's long lasting.
Yeah.
But if he blows up next week, then I don't know.
Then-
It's in God's hands,
Then
right?
make
It
sure
really
you listen
is.
to his music before that happens.
Aura, Jesus is King.
I know.
It's pretty cool. Oh, okay. One last thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see? Are you a fan of carpool karaoke?
Oh yeah, I love James Corden.
Oh, okay. So
I heard he was on there. I haven't
he
seen it.
was on. It's called airpool karaoke because they go on a plane. Okay,
Kanye.
if you have not seen this, I want you to go on YouTube and look for airpool.
James Corden.
James Corden.
The Late Late Show.
Yes.
And then Kanye West. You can look those up.
Just
That'll all go up.
just do carpool karaoke Kanye West.
Yes.
It is unbelievable. It's so fun, and the music, they are incredible.
I really want to. I saw that it happened. I just didn't watch it. I
Oh,
usually always watch them too.
So fun. I again give him 2 thumbs up. Even
rating.
James Corden, who whatever, right? I don't know where he is spiritually, but he's up in the plane. They're in the air like filming this.
Yeah.
And he says as he's listening to the music and they're singing gospel songs, and James Corden leans over to Kanye and he says, I feel closer to God.
Yes.
So praying for James Corden to
for
become a
God.
believer, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh boy. Well, let's pray for Kanye.
Yeah,
We'll listen to his
exactly.
music and leave us some comments. Let us know if you listen to it, what you think.
Yes.
And yeah, like how do you feel about Kanye West hosting a Sunday service? Would you host him here at Cross Points?
What?
I-
Hey, we'll put some links in the description. I'll put some of the airpool karaoke and his music if you can stream some of that. It'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be great. Don't forget to subscribe. follow us, like us.
Smash that subscribe button.
There we go. And if you can, leave us a rating on a podcast app. If you listen to us that way, we'd love to look at some of our ratings, and it makes it easier for other people to find us as well.